Developing an affordable one-chip personal computer through technology reuse. Development proposal. One-chip personal computer, 1CPC, by doctorand engineer economist Nagy Robert-Bela, PhD researcher, engineer and economist. 1CPC proposal, summary, personal introduction, reaching out to potential participants, problem statement, 1CPC, origins of this idea, 1CPC proposal, 1CPC chip, feasibility demonstration, 1CPC, exploring the benefits, 1CPC, pricing forecast, 1CPC, common pins, common socket, 1CPC, phases to realize 1CPC chip, 1CPC, benefits from participation, 1CPC project, final words and conclusions. Personal introduction. My name is Nagy Robert-Bela. I am an electronic engineer and now a PhD doctoral student in the third year, last year, at University of Oradea, Romania. My research domain is about BCIs, brain-computer interfaces. I have also a bachelor degree in marketing. I am driven by the desire to develop and market affordable technology, electronics, to benefit the people in parts of the world, especially where the newest and latest technology cannot be afforded. In BCI domain is also a big problem with the lack of existing implantable hardware. Reaching out to potential participants. As you can see, about 46% of the world's population has no access to the internet, according to dates the 30 November 2015. On other web pages, this number are approximately the same. Problem statement. What is normally understood by the terms of computer system, or what SoC or system on chip means for the people? The answer probably will refer to something acting as a whole computer, including every part of a standard PC. The SoC, system on chip concept, is often misused. The end user, the buyer, is misled and understands that all the components are integrated in the chip, but this is not true. Only few microcontrollers have the volatile and/or non-volatile memory integrated in the chip. Today's processing units are not real SoCs. 1CPC, origins of this idea. The original USB hub, the starting point for this idea. If one USB port would be modified in VGA port and other USB port would be a local area network connector, and a stereo audio in and audio out would be on the PCB board too, then a whole computer equivalent object, a whole computer system, can be created and could be fit in that size. 1CPC proposal. Instead of the USB control hub, the chip's containment, integrating instead of it a combined x86 32-bit processor and ARM processor, non-volatile memory, for example flash memory, a RAM memory called L4 also, clock generator, LAN controller, VGA controller, audio controller, GPIO controller, USB controller, access system to the non-volatile memory, SD card controller, PS2 controller, ADC and DAC on 24 bits, DSP, FPGA, neural networks and anything other. Then the 1CPC concept would be good and could be realized a real SoC, including all the important components of a computer and not only the important components of a computer. This project is just a demo of the chipmakers' high-end products and their technical achievements by reusing a simplified version of their older or new existing products, chips, architectures, concepts. All these parts were never before on the same silica die. The proposed socket of the 1CPC chip can be reused for a long time so the material waste can be drastically reduced. The socket is conceived to host low-level, low-price chips and or the state-of-the-art chips too, and to be able to be upgradable anytime. Please observe the proposed socket 114 based on the old BIOS chips pin size. 1CPC feasibility demonstration. Let's take an example. One RAM memory module with 4 GB capacity having 8 chips on it. One RAM memory chip has 512 MB capacity and it contains about 8.6 billion transistors. If we leave 128 MB RAM memory untouched, unmodified on the silica die, and we integrate near it a Pentium 3 processor and an ARM processor and a flash memory, then about 6.5 billion transistors will be left unused on the chip's surface. 1CPC, exploring the benefits. The cheapest basic incomplete computer costs around $161. Only the motherboard, processor, RAM memory, hard disk drive, power source and case. No screen, no keyboard, no mouse, no speaker, and no operating system is included in this price. A lot of people can't afford even these prices, and only the hardware part is presented, but the software, the operating system and any other programs can cost even much more than a whole computer. 1CPC is an opportunity for any participating company to promote their brand through their logo appearing on 1CPC chip's box. 1CPC pricing forecast. Let's take the same RAM memory like the example before. One RAM chip equals 512 MB capacity. It costs about $2.2. Let's make the calculations. $23.1 costs the module, the whole module, minus 24% value added tax, I mean the VAT in Romania, and it equals with $17.5 for the 8 chips memory module. $17.5 divided by 8 means around $2.2 per one chip. 1CPC is targeted in the marketing view for the BRICS countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, Republic of South Africa, and for the developing countries too. Just to clarify, 1CPC is aimed for everyone, as every people around the globe can afford it and can buy it because of its small price. 1CPC, common pins, common socket. In the image you can see an example of 1CPC chip layout with 2 micro SD card slots for internal non-volatile memory extension. 1CPC is conceived to be a real SoC. Other chip makers can use socket 140 for their much better products too, by realizing their own SOPs, system on package, or SOM, system on module. In the image you can see an example of proposed use of each pin of the future 1CPC chip and socket 140. Having an Intel or AMD x86 32-bit processing core and an ARM core, it would give a good opportunity for the future programmers and engineers to know both architectures well. In the image you can see 1CPC and socket 140 motherboard, and it's a way to solder the SATA extension port on the PCB. Refactoring, reducing, recycling, and the revolution in technology by creating a real SoC, an all-in-one computer chip. All of these are the foreseen results and goals for 1CPC. Application example: medical purpose implant. 1CPC chip should not be only a computer, but because of its foreseen small size, it can be implanted too. 1CPC medical division should be created. for developing cheap and reliable devices for hospitals, for places on Earth where the hospitals can buy a new standard medical device. 1CPC. Phases to realize 1CPC chip. There is no need for financial investment during the first phase. Financial contribution is not expected during phase 1, but participation and support through know-how sharing is required. This is a call to share non-financial resources. The next phase will begin when every important component of the 1CPC chip is enrolled, or let's say registered. This is a call for interested organizations around the globe to participate in the development and proof of concept. No financial contribution is required, only your time. Benefits from participation. 1CPC does not represent a threat to any commercial interest or company. Instead, it fills an existing gap in the market and presents a strategic opportunity for participating companies to promote their brand in new markets and in old countries. People are loyal to good products. When the time comes for an upgrade, the branding for 1CPC participating companies, resources like processor, RAM structure, flash, DSP, FPGA, neural systems, etc. will help retain loyal customers. These participating companies will be in advantage. One CPC should be designed mostly for education purposes by creating the new generation of engineers and programmers. Experience with 1CPC should prepare them using and understanding your systems. By enabling children of today become familiar with the simple architectures and by programming 1CPC, we are creating an informed workforce for the future by creating skills, saving time and improve productivity. 1CPC could be also the presentation card for new technologies or new concepts too. 1CPC project, final words and conclusions. The presented 1CPC concept and project is only an idea. To become a reality, people are needed first of all and their actions to collaborate. From the helping companies, any kind of useful information is needed. 1CPC chip has to be designed to be backward compatible in case of the reused programs. The chip has to be reliable, robust, stable, but it will be slower compared to other existing chips. I hope this opportunity is clear. Your participation and any kind of help to make it happen is welcome. Thank you very much for watching.